Brighton and Olympiacos have got work to do over in the Europa League if they're going to get themselves through to the knockout stages. Matchday 3 is just around the corner, and so are my predictions, and they're coming at you next. Today we're taking on match number 3 over in the Europa League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back and all things Rovers related, Europa League related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. That's right, Brighton, bottom of the pile right now over in Group B, and of course they need to start getting some wins under the belt, or of course they'll suffer an early exit from Europe, of course. But what's going to happen this week? We're going to take a little look in a second, of course. Make sure you bang the old subscribe, bang the old thumbs up, and of course a big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. And again, before we jump into a big deep dive, a whopping 78% of you are unsubscribed. The viewers of this channel are, the stats boggle me. So please make sure, do us a favor, hit the like, and of course, smash the subscribe. Let's get those numbers down a little bit, of course, heading into this. But that's the waste no more time jumping the deep end. Of course, we're talking about this. It is, of course, the Europa League. And of course, we are jumping into the deep end right here, right now, by looking forward to, or looking back, firstly, to match day number 2. Of course, see how we got on over there. So let's waste no more time and get into it. Here we go then, guys. These are my picks. Where am I? I'm down here, of course. So here we go then, of course. We jumped forward here. Match number 2. I got 40 points, which is actually pretty shit. So not great. So let's see how I got on. And then, of course, we'll see how you guys got on with our own prediction league results. So kicking on off with the top one there. Rakow. Did lose to Sturm Graz, of course, over from Austria there. 1-0 win for Sturm Graz. I won the other way. Meanwhile, Atalanta with a big 2-1 win over Sporting. 3-1 win for me the other way. Eras Limassol, big shock there, of course, for the Cypriot team. 2-1 win over Rangers. I went with a 3-0 win. Absolutely shocking start for me. Meanwhile, Real Betis, 2-1 win over Sparta Prague. I went with a 2-0, not too shabby there. Athens with a draw against Ajax. 2-1 win for me for Athens. Marseille with a 2-2 draw against Brighton. Good result, really, for Brighton when you think about it. I know I said they're struggling, but an away day result or draw in Marseille is pretty good. 2-1 win for me on that one. Meanwhile, Baka Topola with a 2-2 draw against Olympiacos. I went with a 2-0 away win. Meanwhile, Freiburg did lose to West Ham, 2-1 win for them. I went with a draw myself. Hacken with a loss against Qarabag. I went with a draw. Molde with a 2-1 loss to Leverkusen. I went with a 2-0. Sparta Prague with a 6-0 win over Sheriff. I went with a 2-0. Roma with a 4-0 win over Servette from Switzerland. I went with a 3-0 win. And then we have Maccabi Haifa with a 0-0 draw against Panathinaikos. I went with a draw myself. Villarreal with a win over Rennes. I went with a draw. Toulouse with a 1-0 win over Lask. I got the one spot on the nose. And Liverpool with a 2-0 win over Union St. Louis. I went with a 3-0 win as well. So, yeah, not great. Let's have a look at what that's done to the table. Well, don't look at that too much. Let's jump into match number 2. Here we go. Nico ZYT tops the charts with 55 points. Hansworth's up there with 54. And NG100 is in bronze. I'm all the way down here to 30th. I need a bit of a miracle already. So let's see if we can get on going with the next one. That's actually just this week, whatever. Let's get. In fact, this is the grand master plan right here. Nico ZT tops the charts with 111. Hansworth 106. NG100. Then it's me. I'm into triple digits at least. So that's something to get my teeth stuck into it. But of course, still lots to be done over in the competition. Don't forget, we've got the knockout stages, all that kind of stuff as well. Well, that's that. We want to take a little look at this now, don't we? We want to, of course, jump over here. Of course, now look at the tables. West Ham United top charts over in Group A. Perfect start for them. 6 points out of 6. Then, of course, we have Freiburg and then Olympiacos and Bakatalova in the wooden spoon. Athens top the charts in Group B with Marseille in second. Ajax and then Brighton right there. And then Spartak Prague. Actually, all of them level on points in Group C. Limassol, Rangers and Real Betis all on 3. Atalanta top the charts in Group D. Sporting Lisbon are in second. Sturm Graz and Rakow Krashkova make up the teams in Group D. Group E sees Liverpool top the charts. Perfect start for them. Toulouse, I've got nothing to lose. And Union St. Louis and Lasic. Panathinaikos top Group F with 4 points out of 6. Villarreal in second. Rennes and then, of course, Maccabi Haifa bottom of the pile. Slavia Prague top the charts level with Roma 6 out of 6. Those two sides will meet this week with Servette and Sheriff yet to get going. Leverkusen also perfect as well as Qarabag. And again, those two sides lock horns this week with Molde and Hacken. Of course, those are the teams and tables and stuff like that. But let's, of course, take a little look or remind ourselves, should we say, of the Super Brew or prediction business right here, right now. So let's get into it. This is the link if you want to get involved. cut.me/EL2324. It is 100% free. Get in amongst it. Free. I'm getting nothing out of it, just the competition in the prediction league. So let's get cracking then. Of course, take a look at match day number 3, which of course coming at you right about, where are we? Let's get them predictions on the screen. Here we go then. Let's jump in the deep end. Start with the top of the shop, which will be the first one here, which Mulder up against Hacken, of course. What is going on here? Is this right? What does that say? 25th. Okay. I think that's anyway. Whatever. They confused me a little bit. Okay, so Mulder up against Hacken. Let's get in the deep end on this one. Of course, come at you on the coming Thursday, 26th of October. Now, these two sides, according to my eyes, I played each other never. These two sides, Mulder, 42% form for them right now. Just two defeats on the spin for them. They are third in the table with no points so far. Hacken also with 0 points yet to get going, and with that back-to-back games without a win, also 42% form for them heading into this. Hacken did draw with Hammarby over in Sweden most recently, and they are taking on Norrköping domestically this week. They're expected to win. That's at home. Meanwhile, Mulder taking on Brann on the road. Tight game. They're expected to lose that game, but they're hosting this match over in Norway. 4-3 on for the victory. They are red hot favourites. 11-4 is the draw, and 16-5 is your way. Tight one again. Going to go with a 2-1, the popular vote for Mulder. Give them the victory and see if they can get over the line with the W. Meanwhile, Rakow taking on Sporting Lisbon over in Poland. Now, these two sides never played each other according to my eyes. 50% form for Krzysztofa right now. 1-3 and loss 3. Against Sporting Lisbon, just one defeat by 6. 83% form for them right now. Just one lost none of the last 4 away matches. They've got a good away form at the minute, Sporting Lisbon. They did take on Arújo in the Portuguese top flight most recently back in pre-international break. 2-1 win there. They're taking on Olivier Moscave in the Portuguese Cup this weekend with Krzysztofa with a big 2-1 win over Legia Warsaw most recently over the international break or pre-international break. Taking on Górnik Zabrze. They're also expected to win that game. Both sides on the road domestically, but Krzysztofa, the host this weekend over in Poland, 3-1 for the victory. 13-5 is a draw. 5-4 is your way. I'm going to go with a big 2-0 win. Another popular vote. Sporting Lisbon getting 3 points and again moving closer to qualification. Sturm Graz up against Atalanta coming at you over in Austria. Now these two sides again play each other never, but Austria coming to or Sturm Graz coming to unbeaten in the last 5, winning 5 on the actually unbeaten in the last 6 games. 5 wins on the spin. 92% form for them heading into this. Up against Atalanta, just a 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them. They are top of the table, of course, with back-to-back wins. They did lose to Lazio before international break, but taking on Genoa this weekend, where they're expected to win, and that match is at home. Sturm Graz did beat FCA Wayne or Vienna over in a pre-season or a friendly over the break. They're taking on Hartberg this weekend. They're expected to win that game. Both sides playing home domestically, of course, so no little travel there. The odds here, though, 11-4 is your Sturm Graz, 5-2 is your 2019 on is your way. I'm going to go with a 0-1 here. Result. Atalanta taking the points again, edging a little bit closer to the promotion spots there. At Limassol up against Real Betis over in Cyprus. Now, of course, at the Tisson Stadium, played each other never. These two sides. Limassol back-to-back wins for them, 50% form for them, 1-2 lost to and drawn to. Up against Betis, unbeaten in the last 5, 58% form for them right now. Heading into this, of course, Betis are bottom on goal difference, with Limassol on second with goals scored, I guess. Betis, though, haven't lost it in the last 5 matches, and of course, haven't won. They haven't won any of the last 5 away matches, though, so the away form is pretty shitty. Limassol with a big 3-2 win over Famagusta in their top flight. They're taking on Arakagnas this weekend over in Cyprus with Real Betis. Drawing with Alaves pre-international break, taking on Getafe this weekend over in La Liga. But the odds right here, right now, we are looking at Limassol coming at you 14-5 for the victory, 11-4 is the draw, 5-4 on is your away win. I cannot see it. I'd love to see it, but I cannot see it. Going to go 2-1 win. Real Betis taking the points and again moving the change. Sparta Prague against Rangers, of course, under new managerialship with Philippe Clement at the helm. These two sides played each other twice. It's 2021, 1 win apiece. Of course, the one and only win for Sparta Prague was a 1-0 win. They've scored just the 1 goal in those 2 matches, 0.50 goals a game. Meanwhile, Rangers' one and only win was a 2-0 win. In fact, they scored 2 goals in the 2 matches, 1 goal a game on average. Prague, just the 1 loss of the last 6. They are top the charts with, of course, level on points over in Group C. Meanwhile, Rangers, of course, two defeats the last 6, 67% form for them heading into this. Last time around in Prague, it was a 1-0 win for Prague back in September 2021. That was in the Europa League Group A phase. Of course, Rangers with a big 3-0 win over St. Mirren pre-international break, taking on Hibs this weekend. Expected to win that game with Sparta Prague. They beat Hradec Kralova and are taking on Český Budějovice this weekend. They're expected to win that game as well. But the odds here, 20 is your Prague, 5-2 is your draw, 12-5 is your away win. I think we're going to go with a draw. I think trying to keep that positive movement for Rangers with a new manager. They want to get something out of that game. So I'm going to go with that. Meanwhile, Marseille, they're taking on Athens, of course, over in the south of France. Now, these two sides have never played each other, of course. Marseille, just the 1 win in 6 for them right now. 42% form for them. Up against Athens, just 1 defeat in the past 6, 75% form for them. Top the charts over in Group B. Marseille with a big 3-0 win over Le Havre. That was most recently. Athens with also a 3-0 win over Panathinaikos, over in the Superliga, of course. They're taking on Tripos this weekend on the road. They're expected to win that game. Marseille go to Nice. They're expected to lose that game, but the odds for this, 11-8 on is your Marseille, 11-4 is a draw, and 10-3 is your win. We're going to go with a 2-0 win for Marseille, taking the points, and of course keep on moving in the right direction. Next up we have Baka Topola. They're taking on Freiburg, of course. This coming Thursday as well. Played each other according to my eyes, never. Topola, just the 1 win in 6 for them, 33% form for them. Up against Freiburg, 42% form for them. Back-to-back defeats, of course, looking to get back to winning ways. They did lose to Bayern pre-international break. Taking on Bochum this weekend. They're expected to win at home. Topola taking on Vodosat Belgrade on the road. See if they can also get wins on this one. The odds for this one, looking at it, Topola 13-2 for the victory, 17-4 is the draw, and 3-1 on is your Freiburg. They're expected to win. Another tight one, 2-1 win, 3 points in the bag. Freiburg happy and moving. Meanwhile, Olympiacos taking on West Ham United. A bit of a zinger, chicken dinner, this one. Over in Group A. Now, these two sides have played each other never. Actually, played each other once. It was a friendly. Don't really count about that, so we'll ignore that one. Olympiacos, though, 67% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat past 6. Third in the table with just the 1 point. West Ham, just 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them right now. Top the charts with back-to-back wins as well. If you're curious about that friendly, it was a 1-1 draw way back in August 2006. Olympiacos' last match was against Baka Topola. It was a 2-2 draw. West Ham United's last match was a 2-2 draw against Newcastle United. Taking on Villa this weekend. Olympiacos taking on Panathinaikos again. Both, Olympiacos expected to win that game. West Ham expected to lose against Aston Villa, and they're travelling as well. The odds for this one, we're looking at Olympiacos 11-4 for the victory, 12-5 is draw, 11-10 on is your West Ham United. Tight one here. I'm going to go with a draw. I think point apiece. Olympiacos at home can be intimidating, and West Ham will take a point on the road if offered. I'm sure Leverkusen up against Quarterback, another matchup here with back-to-back winners. Leverkusen unbeaten in the last 6, 92% form for them right now. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 12 matches. Quarterback haven't lost in the last 7 matches. They're on 92% form for them as well. Both sides, of course, both into this back-to-back wins over in Group H. Of course, Leverkusen with a big 3-0 win over Köln, taking on Wolfsburg this weekend. They're expected to win that game. Quarterback pick up a 2-2 draw against Turan Tovuts in their top flight. They're taking on, that was actually earlier this weekend. But the odds for this one, we're looking at Leverkusen 92 on for the victory. 11-2 is the draw. 10-1 is your away win. Leverkusen look good right now. They could even actually challenge for the title. 3-0 win for them. Comfortably done as well. The Sheriff taking on a Servette, of course. Coming at you as well. Tiraspol, these two sides have played each other never. Tiraspol, though, coming into this 58% form for them right now. Back-to-back games, though, without a win up against Servette. Just the 1 loss of the last 4, 42% form for them heading into this. Servette's last match was a 1-0 win over Lugano. That was in the Swiss top flight there. Taking on Basel this weekend. They're just about to lose. That is narrowly out-fancied on that one. Meanwhile, Tiraspol with a 0-0 draw against Petro Cub. They're taking on Spatanani Selamit. On that, we've got no odds on that one. But the odds for this one, we have 5-4 is your Tiraspol, 11-5 is the draw, 11-5 is also your away win. Could be a tight one. Going to go with a 1-0 win for the Sheriff. They're going to get 3 points. And again, move up the chains as well. Roma up against Slava Prague. Again, both sides doing A-okay here. Both sides with 6 points so far. Roma just 1 defeat past 6. It's actually been confirmed that Mourinho will leave this post at the end of the season. 3 wins on the spin, 75% form for them right now. Up against Sparta Prague, unbeaten in the last 8 matches. 83% form for them over the last 6, including a win over Slovan Liberec last time around. Of course, taking on Slovako Uniski this weekend. They're expected to win that game. Meanwhile, Roma with a big 4-1 win over Cagliari over in Italy pre-international break. Taking on Monza this weekend. Both sides, both at home, both expected to win the domestic games. But this one, the odds here, 6-4 on is your Roma, 13-5 is draw, 4-1 is your long shots here. Going to go with a 2-0 win here. Roma taking the points, and again, moving up the ladder we go into the final stretch here. We have Panathinaikos up against Rennes, of course, over in Greece. Panathinaikos just a 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them right now. Rennes back-to-back defeats for them, 50% form for them. Of course, looking to get back to winning ways. They did lose to PSG most recently, taking on Lorient this weekend. They're expected to win that one. Panathinaikos with a big 5-0 win over Atromis Antheon, and they're on back-to-back clean sheets. But they are taking on Olympiacos this weekend. They're expected to lose that one. The odds for this one, Panathinaikos 7-4 for the victory, 23-10 is the draw, 29-20 is your way. We're going to go with the home win here. Surprise. Going to go with a 2-1 win. Panathinaikos at home. Rennes' form is a bit shit. I think they'll roll into this one as well. Into the final four now. Of course, it is Liverpool up against Toulouse, who have nothing to lose. That's right, over at Anfield. Now, these two sides have played each other 2 times in 2007, got 2 wins out of 2 for Liverpool, and nothing for Toulouse. Liverpool winning, actually unbeaten. What are we looking at? Just 1 defeat past 6 of them, 75% form for them. Haven't lost any of the last 13 home matches. However, Toulouse coming to this on 58% form. Haven't lost any of the last 5 away matches, and Liverpool winning 5 home matches in a row. Of course, they did beat Toulouse last time they played each other in Liverpool back in August 2007. That was in the Europa Champions League qualification. 4-0 win it was for Liverpool. In fact, they haven't played them twice in that series of games there, and didn't concede a goal as well. Liverpool did pick up a 2-2 draw against Brighton, taking on Everton in the Merseyside derby this weekend. Of course, that result will be in by the time this video goes live. Toulouse with a draw against Brest, taking on Reims this weekend, where they're expected to lose that game. But of course, they got nothing to lose here. 92 on is your Liverpool. Of course, 11-2 is the draw. A 10-1 is your long shot. It's going to go with a 3-0 win. Popular vote. Liverpool will get the result just enough. Into the final 3 now is Union Saint-Gilloise up against Lasic, of course, over in Belgium. There we go. Of course, now these two sides have never played each other, but St. Gilloise, 83% form for them right now, winning 5 of the last 6 against Lasic of Austria, of course. 2 defeats, in fact, 3 defeats the last 6, 42% form for them right now. But they did pick up a win against SCR Altrecht in their Bundesliga top flight there. Meanwhile, Gilloise with a big 4-1 over Lupin. That was, of course, earlier this weekend. Lasic going to take on Salzburg in their top flight. Expected to lose that one as well. The odds here, 13-8 on as you St. Gilloise, 14-5 as you draw. Lasic Linz, 17-4 is the away win. 2-0 win for me. St. Gilloise taking the points and moving the chains. And then we wrap up with a couple of zingers here. We have Brighton Hove Albion. They're going to be taking on Ajax over the Amex of the south coast of England. Played each other never, these two sides. Brighton, just 1 win in 6 of them, 33% form for them. Against Ajax, of course, without a win in the last 7 matches. Goodness gracious me, they're on 25% form for them. 2 sides in really bad form. However, Brighton did pick up a 2-2 draw against Liverpool. In fact, back-to-back draws for them. Against Ajax, who did lose to AZ Alkmaar last time around over in the top flight. So taking on Utrecht this weekend, they're expected to win that one on the road. Brighton taking on Man City, they're expected to get tonked on that one as well. The odds here for this one, Brighton coming at you 11-4 on for the victory, 70-4 is the draw, 61 is your long shots. I've got a little bit of a feeling here that it's going to end all square. It's not really great for Brighton right now, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. I'm actually going to play the booster on Liverpool as I wrap it up with Villarreal and Big Bad Boy Brereton Diaz up against Maccabi Haifa. Again, I don't know. Is this game going to go ahead with all the situation going on down there? It may not go ahead. So let me just jump in and have a little look and see if I can. Let's just assume it's going ahead, even though it probably won't. And we'll have a look. So again, I don't know if it's going to go ahead or not, but anyway, these two sides locking horns over in Spain. Of course, Villarreal just 1 win in the last 6, 33% form for them right now. Against Maccabi Haifa, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn 2. Of course, Haifa 0-0 draw against Panathinaikos. That was the last game. Villarreal with of course a 2-1 loss to Las Palmas in their last match. Taking on Alaves this weekend. They're expected to win that game. Haifa not in action, of course. Got no odds on this one, so it's a bit of a shot in the dark. I don't even know if it's going to go ahead, but if it does go ahead, we're going to go with a 2-1 win for Villarreal. They've not been good in La Liga, so they'll need to get a result as well. That's my picks, guys, on this one. I played my booster, so make sure you do just that. And that, my friends, is pretty much all I've got for you. Make sure you bang the thumbs up, bang the subscribe. Of course, a whopping 78% of you are not subscribed. And of course, the link to the prediction league is in the description, and of course, earlier in the show. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, I'll catch you later when, of course, we return for Matchday before. But until then, we're done.